Caregivers, aging adults, and care receivers. Today we're talking about how to plan and prepare for unexpected caregiving situations. Tips to plan for the worst, hope for the best, and thank your angels. Stay with me for the caregiving chat of the day. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help aging adults and caregivers solve caregiving problems. So if you noticed, I wasn't here yesterday. And if you watched any of the news, you know that Denver and Colorado had a blizzard. Well, I had agreed to meet a friend at the hospital yesterday for a couple of doctor appointments. And this is how I prepared. The day before, gassed up my car, put extra clothes in my car, snacks in my car, because I live up I-70 and getting stuck in your car sometimes happens here in Colorado. As you plan to take loved ones to doctor appointments, it's good to do the same. It's good to think about all the things that can go wrong and to be prepared and plan for the unexpected. So for example, when I used to take other clients to doctor appointments, I would think of what could go wrong. Well, the first thing was transportation. Was I driving them or was someone else driving them? And did that person actually know where to go? Can't tell you how many times people ended up at the wrong address or the wrong doctor's office, or they didn't show up on time. Then you get to the doctor's office and unexpected things happen. Appointments get canceled. They say they called to tell you that there was a time change and now your appointment's 2 hours later than you thought. Lab tests go wrong. I mean, you name it. I had a list of 10 things that I would plan for anytime that I would take someone to a doctor appointment, so that if something unexpected happened, I went to plan number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And what I found out was the more that I prepared, the better that I was prepared, the fewer things happened. So, true story, yesterday I have 2 doctor appointments with this friend. On the way, leaving my home, the snowstorm started earlier than expected. 7 o'clock yesterday morning, the snow is coming down at the rate of an inch every half hour. Of course, the weather forecasters, they were wrong on this one. We were supposed to get a little bit of snow and a lot of wind. We got over a foot. So heading down, I get a call from the second appointment saying, we're closing our office early, have to cancel, rescheduled for a month later. Got to the hospital, made it through the first appointment, and because I had done this so long, I thought, you know what? People are going to be canceling like crazy. So we went to appointment number 2 and walked in, and there was one person in the waiting room. So I asked the receptionist, I said, you called this morning to cancel the appointment, but we were here anyway. Is there any way we can get in and get this appointment done? She said, let me see if the doctor's still here. If he's still here, I'll see if he will see you, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So we wait about half an hour, and I knew that she probably would have sent us home earlier if it wasn't going to happen. We got into appointment number 2, done. So it's about 11:30, and now I have to get back home. Leave the doctor appointment. In Denver, it's now snowing where it was raining. So Denver is 5,200 feet. My house is at 78. Huge change in elevation, change in temperature, and change in snow totals. I have to go up I-70. So I'm going up I-70, and there's a point on I-70 where you either have to get off or you're stuck. And it's Morrison Road. So if any of you have been here for a concert at Red Rocks, that's your stopping point. So I'm almost at Morrison Road, and the state trooper comes by with his flashers, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to close the freeway. Closes the freeway. Fortunately, I was before the exit. So I got to go off and go up a frontage road to get to the top of the hill, which is about 3 miles. Get to the top of the hill, and there's another state trooper there who is stopping every single car. And anyone who thinks they're getting back on I-70, they're sending back down the hill, because now the freeway is closed from Morrison Road all the way through the tunnel to Silverton. People are stuck all over. They got to clear people off. So state trooper, you know, my house is a mile that way. I just have to go over the bridge, go down Grapevine, and get there. He's like, okay, good luck, safe driving. So I'm thinking, okay, I got a mile to go. Snowplows had not come. I'm driving and I'm going around people who are stuck. Get down the hill, start going up the hill, more snow, more ice. And our house is at the top of a hill, which is about a 12% grade. So you have to come around the corner and you got to get momentum to get up the hill. So I am doing fabulous. I'm making it. I'm not getting stuck. And I get high centered on a snowdrift, fortunately, right at the end of my driveway. So my car is about 1,500 feet from my house. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm leaving it here. Call AAA. AAA will get me out. Walk up to my house through drifts and over a feet of snow. So I get there and I'm thinking, I'm home. Boy, I got lucky. So half hour later, I hear knocking at the door and it's my neighbor. And my neighbor had done a path with his snow blower up to the house. And he said, hey, I am stuck further down than you are. My son happens to be here today. We'll dig you out. I'm like, yes. And I said, by the way, I have a plow. Let me come help you. I'll plow. So I get on all my blizzard gear and I go out and I get the plow and I start going down the hill. And my neighbor is walking up and he's like, you won't believe what happened. I'm like, what? Two things. My snowplow broke. He goes, and my son was coming out of the house to come down the hill to get me, and he hit your car. I'm just like, not a problem. Take this snowplow. We have another one. Because of where we live, it's pretty rural. We have 2 snow blowers and we have an ATV with a plow. ATV with a plow doesn't work when the snow's over a foot. You've got to use the snow blowers. So neighbor used one of our snow blowers to plow out my car to get his car up the hill. And I used the second one and he and his son helped me. So really what could have been a horrible day turned out really great. I got 2 doctor appointments done. I didn't get stuck on I-70 for 4 hours in my car because they closed the freeway. I made it home, even though my car got stuck. The neighbor and his son were there. They helped dig me out. We got it plowed. So 5 hours later after plowing, all this is done. But I'm thinking, man, my angels on this one came to the rescue because it could have been so much worse. So in these situations, my message to you is plan for the worst. If you're going to a doctor appointment, think about all the things that can go wrong. If you're doing something else, think about all the things that can go wrong, not from a negative perspective, but from I'm being proactive. If these things happen, I know what to do next. That was the story of the blizzard and the snowstorm here in Denver yesterday. I was prepared, I knew what to do, and fortunately, grace of God, help from neighbors, everything worked out. Now all I have to do is go get the dent in the door of my car fixed. It all worked out. In this video, as in all of these videos, is an article about why is caregiving is such a struggle, which could have been the message for yesterday. Please share these videos, share this article with other people. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adults solve caregiving problems. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. On there you will find free online caregiving support groups, free library, 30 categories of information, articles, podcasts, videos, free newsletter. It's all there for you. All you have to do is take that little next step and ask for help before your caregiving situation gets out of control. I will see you tomorrow in another video. We are not expecting any more snow, at least for the next couple of days. What a wild ride it was. See you tomorrow.